Welcome to Tech Challenge Makers Conquer E-commerce. I'm Elise, your resident tech expert and author of the book Browser versus Buyer. I've worked with entrepreneurs for over 6 years, and I've helped hundreds of creatives overcome their technology fears. Gain clarity and direction in your business with Elise's E-commerce Elevator 6-month group coaching program. Join now at myscheduledbiz.com/elevator. The link is in the show notes. Today, we're going to be talking with Emma Tessler, the founder and CEO of 95 Media. She and her team help their clients connect with ideal clients, build community, and convert audience members into buyers. Emma and her team have worked with over 100 clients in 25 plus industries, helping them monetize their online presence and see incredible results. With 8 years of marketing experience under her belt, she's on a mission to disrupt the digital marketing space for years to come. By the end of this episode, you're going to have actionable ideas about how to use social media to scale your business, the technology that can help, and of course, walk away with one action step. Emma, I am so glad to have you here to share your expertise with us. Can you tell us a little bit about your business and your experience with e-commerce?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. I am so excited to be here. So 95 Media was really born out of a mistake. It was not meant to happen, but I built 95 Media as a side hustle. I was in a career, I was, in my early 20s, my first career. I thought that's what I wanted to do my entire life. And once I got to that milestone where I landed my dream job, I was realizing that's actually not what I want to do anymore. So what's next here? And so as I started building 95 Media, this was pre-COVID, most people really realizing the actual potential that social media platforms offered their businesses. And it was really a challenge at the time to kind of convince business owners that there was opportunity, untapped opportunity for them on social media platforms like Instagram and Facebook. TikTok wasn't even a thing at the time. And it really wasn't until 2020 when brands started finally opening their eyes and realizing that social media is this huge opportunity. It gives them so much reach to, really target their ideal market. And we have just built 95 Media on the premise of helping our clients reach who they want to reach, monetize their platforms, and really grow their businesses.
Yeah, so your story is like ones we hear from all sorts of business owners. You started here, it was a side hustle, and then you realized there was going to be more. And I think that a lot of listeners can really relate to that. You started, knitting because you liked it. Everybody said you should sell it. Now you're in a store, right? So it's the same kind of idea. We all end up having to switch and pivot and change. And so I think that's really kind of a great story that we can all relate to. So your 8+ years experience also makes you a really great person to come on and talk to us about social media. So I really appreciate you doing that. So we want to kind of talk a little bit beyond social media, because of course we all care about making sales and all of those things. So how can social media help you to scale your brand beyond just building an audience that lives on social media?
Yeah.
Before we jump into the rest of the episode, please share this podcast with other business owners that it can help. Also, be sure to stick with me to the end of the episode to learn your challenge for today and implement what you've learned.
Yeah. So one of my favorite strategies is to look at the big picture of what social media can do for you and for your business. Oftentimes we think, okay, I want to create content. I want to be active on social. I want to build an audience because that's what's going to build wealth. And that's the ultimate goal is I'm going to have 20,000 followers and I can land all these deals and I can get all this product, et cetera, whatever that looks like for you. And the reality is we oftentimes forget that we don't own our audience on social. We don't own our audience on any platform other than our email list. And so the biggest and the most strategic way to approach social media marketing is to look at it as a tool to build an audience and then get them off of those platforms. So what I always recommend is having some kind of offer that allows people to sign up, whether it's a free offer and they're just signing up to get the PDF or download or whatever it may be, or it's a paid offer and they put their credit card in and they actually get something, larger in return. Either way, what's happening in that transaction is that you're capturing their information and primarily their email. And then from there, you can add them, they will be on your email list, and you can continue to retarget them with future offers, with bigger offers. You can put them in funnels. You can really do so much. And once you have that email list, you're able to build your brand in a really great way. And it's not dependent on the algorithm. It's not dependent on the next update that Instagram makes or the next platform that pops on the scene after TikTok or Be Real. You're really saying, these are the people who are truly interested in what I have to offer. They're a warm audience, and there are people who are going to buy from you again or for the first time.
Yeah, 100%. So basically, we want to use social media to get them to somewhere that we have control. And the email list, we all know, for most businesses, is their number one place to get sales. And so getting people on your email list is a great first step to ultimately making those sales. So yeah, I'm 100% on board with you there. So then how does the tech play a role in helping to monetize an audience through social media?
Well, people think that there's so much tech involved in social media marketing and that it's this big intimidating monster and that we have to have all these tools and all these websites and subscriptions and all of these things set up. And the reality is you really don't. You really don't need to have much tech. You don't need to be super tech smart. There are very few apps that you really need outside of, say, Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and Pinterest. And you know, there's video editing apps like Inshot is a really popular one that a lot of people use for that short form content, which I do recommend rather than creating the content in the app, because if it crashes or your drafts get deleted, there's issues there. But I would say that the less tech you try and integrate right off the bat, the better. Because if you can keep it simple, you can really nail it while you do it yourself. And then once you get to a point where your business has expanded, you're ready to grow your team, you also can then pass that task to the next person or a new team member who's going to take it over for you in a very streamlined, simplistic way, rather than saying, hey, here's 5 passwords to different platforms that I don't really think we need, but someone told me I needed them. And so I bought them and I don't know what to do with them because they're scary and they're big. And this person's going to come on and say, why are you paying for this? You don't need any of this. So I always say, keep it as simple as possible. And I think you'll be surprised at how few tech apps or even just anything tech related that you really need. As long as you can open up Instagram, figure out editing a video, you will be good to go.
Yeah, I agree. The social media side, you know, I always tell my clients, just use what you got, right? We've all got a cell phone. Use that. You're set to go. You're fine. The only thing is, if our plan is to take social media and take it to email, then you do need to have an email service provider. So I would say, in addition to the actual stuff you're doing on social media, whether you use a scheduler and then your phone, whatever, you're also going to need an email service provider to be able to set it up so they can get that opt-in and be on your email list. But yeah, that's pretty basic as far as having to do anything with tech.
I agree. I mean, I've worked with a lot of clients who are tech challenged and need tutorials on, hey, how do I, upload a video to stories? What someone might think is simple is very challenging to someone else. And so I do agree with you. You need that email marketing platform. But you definitely can start without a funnel for the freebie. You can get someone on your list. You can send manual emails. If you only have 10 people downloading your freebie, you can send that email on your own. At the end of the day, you can send a follow-up email, set reminders for yourself. We look at people who are super established and people who have all these crazy funnels built out, which you can do down the road. But I think you don't need to put that pressure on yourself to build out this crazy tech on day one.
Right. Yeah, definitely step by step. I talk all the time about building levels. So this is the first thing you do. The first thing you do is you say, I'm going to post on Instagram or whatever the case may be. And you put that post there. And over time, you have the ability to add these extra additional layers for sure. So what is the one big thing, the one piece of advice that you would give to every entrepreneur about marketing their business?
The number one piece of advice today in February 2023 is really to have a video first strategy. And if you've been active on Instagram, you've been active on Facebook for however many years, you are probably pretty resistant to that. And maybe not because you're listening to this podcast again, everything is YouTube and TikTok, but at the same time, I mean, I've worked with so many clients and the number one complaint I hear is, I don't want to get on video. Video is scary to me. I don't have my makeup and hair professionally done. I don't know what to say. I'm not a great public speaker. And video just isn't that big. It's not that scary. It's not that high pressure. And when you do it in a way that truly connects with your audience, it's going to be that much more genuine, authentic, raw content. And we've seen that trend over the past nearly 3 years now since COVID, when TikTok really started blowing up. Why did TikTok blow up? Because it was real. And because at the time, especially, we were so starved for that real human aspect between each other and that community that we just wanted to see people with no makeup and doing random dances in their living room because we couldn't leave our house. And that has progressed and changed so much over the past 3 years. But what has not gone away is that we want to see people be themselves. We don't want that curated version of themselves with the full face of makeup and your hair blown out. We want you to show up. Your audience wants you to show up as your real self. So when you think about creating a video first content strategy, it's not, okay, I have to batch out all my videos for the week and I have to set aside 8 hours to sit down and I'll have my hair and makeup professionally done. No, it should be day to day and it should be very organic.
Yes, I'm 100% on board with you. This is one of the things that I teach when I talk about YouTube all the time, is that you are what makes your business different. So I don't care what you're selling. I don't care who you are and who's listening. Whatever you sell, there are 12 other people, at least, if not hundreds and thousands of other people that sell what you sell. What makes what you sell different is the you. And so all you have to do when you show up on video is be you, and people will see that. And that does not mean that you have to spend 200 hours doing your makeup. It means you have to do, I like to call it the fast face check. So you look at yourself in the mirror, you make sure you don't have spinach in your teeth, and then you go.
Love it. Quick check, hit record, let's go.
Yes, exactly. You just do it. Well, I just want to thank you so much, Emma, for being here with us. I really enjoyed chatting with you. I do want to shout out that I will actually be on Emma's podcast as well. So if you're listening to this one, make sure you go and check out her podcast, which I've just forgotten the name of. Tell me what it is.
Stop scrolling, start scaling.
Stop scrolling, start scaling. I will be over there with her as well. I know that you have something free you'd like to offer to the Bizzers. So you tell us a little bit about that and then tell me where they can connect with you.
Definitely. So we have a free course. It's an amazing, so much value is packed into this course. It's called Master Your Marketing. And it really dives into how to create content that converts specifically on social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. It's a wonderful course. You're going to find so much value in it. You can get access to it at masteryourmarketingcourse.co. I'm most active on Instagram, so you can find me at 90.5.media. And our website is 95media.co if you would like to stay in touch there as well.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Emma. I can't wait to connect again, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye. Want more help with your e-commerce brand? Subscribe to Tech Challenge Makers Conquer E-commerce on your favorite podcast platform so that you don't miss any of the episodes that are released every week to help you grow your e-commerce shop. Also, please leave us a review so that we can help even more e-commerce shop owners. Thanks for listening. See you next week right here on Tech Challenge Makers Conquer E-commerce.